Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a quick review of MedVault's newest tool for the CDM program, and that is our patient scheduling and recall tool. This will of course sit alongside our existing CDM tools that help with everything from identification of patients to be registered to the ongoing monitoring of claims and payments associated with the program. We believe this newest tool will be the most impactful for GP practices, as it does help with the area that is most complex and difficult to deal with, and that is the ongoing scheduling of the patients that you have registered for the program. So let's take a quick look at the tool. The system itself works on an automated basis. It updates every night based on the data that's recorded in the practice. It will show the total number of patients that are currently eligible to be reviewed. So this will take into account, has there been adequate time between, say, their annual review and their last interim review, or their annual review and their last annual review has 12 months passed since their last annual review. Taking all that information into account, it'll generate a simple list of patients that are currently eligible, alongside with their contact information, so that they can easily be scheduled in by your team. So this can be done on either a daily, weekly, monthly basis, depending on what the practice's approach is. They simply review the list of eligible patients. It's already prioritized by those that has been the longest time period since their last review. They can simply work through the list, contact the patients, schedule them in. And once they're scheduled in, their appointment status will change from non-scheduled or non-CDM scheduled to, if we scroll down here, scheduled CDM review. You can then simply remove those that have already got their CDM review scheduled, leaving only those that are to be scheduled. We also provide some extra useful information for the practice. So if we look at, let's take this patient maybe, for instance. If we scroll down, we can see that we provide extra information based on the patient's appointment history and future. So in this case, you can see that the practice has an appointment scheduled in for this patient in 11 days. Potentially, this is a good ad hoc opportunity to include the CDM program alongside this existing consultation with this patient, as it has been close to 250 days since their last review. We also provide other information. If we scroll back up and select another patient, if you scroll back down, you can see all the lab history for that patient in the last 6 months. So you can see, have they completed their adequate CDM bloods for the review? If they haven't, you can look to schedule that in ahead of time or around at the same time as their existing review to ensure that there isn't a big lag time between the bloods being completed and the review being submitted. This just works in an efficient manner to ensure that the program is run as tightly as possible. So that's how it works. It provides all the information and updates automatically on a daily basis, and makes it quite straightforward for the practice to schedule patients in on an ongoing basis. Alongside this, we have added some other smaller features, such as the CDM registered patients list. This will just show the practice how many patients they currently have registered, what sort of potential value that adds to the practice for that CDM program for the year, and also what was the max potential amount of visits that we could have completed in the last year, and how many did we actually complete in the last year. So this can show any disparity or issues with our scheduling process. Finally, we can see below here a breakdown of all the patients that are currently registered, what diseases they've been registered with, and again, contact information for those patients. So this, alongside our existing chronic disease management tools, we think creates a great module for practices to manage their chronic disease management program. So everything from identification of patients for the different disease areas to make sure that they're all being registered, to then the recall of patients, ensuring that all the patients are being recalled on a timely and efficient manner. And then finally, checking the claims and payments associated with those particular visits.